त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to day 7 of the intermediate series. Hope it has been an enriching and a little bit more of a deepening experience for you through the intermediate series, especially with the help of your mentors there to help answer your questions, do some extra meditation sessions, recommend extra clearing sessions and stuff. And again, let me reiterate that you can ask for a mentor at any stage. Just message us on the WhatsApp group, please. So today's program, we have on the third energy center, the Nabhi chakra, which basically imparts several fundamental qualities, including generosity and the capacity to evolve. So we were looking, if we look at in terms of evolution, we've got at the second, the first, the creation, with the first sound that was created as Muladhara, the innocence being created. Then from, we're talking about the micro and the macrocosm. So on the macrocosm, we've got the creation of, say, Earth and the species and everything. So that's the second. On us, on the microcosmic level, on our level, on the subtle system is the second energy center, which is the Swadhisthana, which is, includes the creativity and the knowledge of all of that. And once the evolution, if we look through the stages of evolution, the next step, as the humans kind of were created, then it was the seeking of, food, seeking of shelter. So that one through the third energy center, through our Nabhi chakra, you kind of have that experience of seeking, experience of desire to grow, desire to improve, to achieve our goals. So it actually influences every seeking action in our life, from the fundamental quest for food and water to that seeking of peace and spirituality. And because of this chakra, I suppose in that sense, it gives us that capacity to evolve progressively to a higher stage of life. So to talk to us today about this and lead us into the program, we've got Leah from Perth joining us today. Hello, Leah. Leah's video I had to switch off. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Well, thanks. How are you, Rita?
Very good, thank you. Thank you so much for volunteering to do the program today. Now, I suppose for the people that have been attending this whole series, this is the first time that you're here for us. So
That's
thank you
correct,
very much.
yeah.
If you wouldn't mind just letting us know a little bit about yourself in, regards to your spiritual journey and how you got in, how you, if you're seeking to Sahaj or
Yeah. Hello and welcome, everyone. As Rita said, I'm Leah from Perth, Western Australia, and it's about 6 p.m. here, so we're a little bit behind in time than you. And I started in Sahaja Yoga several years ago, and I started in Perth, Western Australia, although my first birthplace is Brazil. So Yeah, we migrated to Australia about 32 years ago, and got our self-realization just over 20 years. And it was an amazing experience, as I'm sure you all felt it in different ways. It's obviously different for everyone because self-realization and meditation is a very individual thing. For me, it was really, really strong. From the first day, I thought, wow, that's it. I've come home. It was just a wonderful feeling. I couldn't get enough of it. So I went home, took the picture of Shri Mataji that they gave me, cut it out, put it in a little frame that same evening, put it on my bedside, found a household candle, lit it, and then I did another meditation to see if if this was really true, what was happening, this feeling of joy and peace and calm. And as a result of that, I had the best sleep that I had for about 6 months. And I began meditating every morning and every evening. And like the couple that took me through self-realization in Subiaco here in Perth, one of the things he said, which I was very skeptical about, was if you try this meditation for 21 days, because there is 7 chakras and there's 3 channels, so 3 into 7 is 21. After 21 days, it will become second nature, like brushing your teeth and having a shower in the morning. And I was rolling my eyes and I was thinking, yeah, right. And then I thought about it. The more I meditated, the better I felt. So I thought, well, let's give it 21 days. What have I got to lose? It's free. I don't have to pay. I don't have to give up anything. I can just do it in the comfort of my own home or the beach or the park, anywhere. So, yes, so I followed his advice and did it for 21 days. And 21 years later, I'm still here.
Yeah. Exactly. And yes, that is the concept, as we're saying, of 21 days. But even in modern science, like in psychology, they say the same thing. It takes about 21 days to change a habit. So
yes, true.
It's a very good based on science kind of thing. But obviously the subtle system came first. We've only learned about all those other things later as they come in. So
yes.
Yes. So we aren't doing the Nabhi chakra today, which is kind of with seeking.
Yes.
We talk about seeking in the Nabhi chakra, in
Yes.
be it materialistic or spiritual. So what kind of triggered your seeking in terms of to try and for Sahaja spirituality, I suppose, or
Yeah, well, I had never done meditation in my life. I was born in a Christian family. I came from a Baptist background, both from mom and dad. And yes, whilst growing up, I had to go to church because that's what they did. I never felt totally comfortable. I never felt a connection with God in the church. I always felt that connection within myself. And when a friend invited me to go to meditation, I said, I don't know what that is, but I'll come along anyway, because even from you, I can see you're a very peaceful person. So I'd like to be more like you. And I guess what I was really looking for at that time was that's exactly what we gain with self-realization through the Nabhi chakra, the 3rd chakra, is that feeling of self-satisfaction from within. And and the attention improves, and we get that discernment for what is really good and best for us. And it's so natural and it's free of charge. And I was looking for that connection to myself because I was very disconnected and certainly was not satisfied with who I was, what I did, and what was happening in my life at that time. And through self-realization, I discovered this connection with my inner self, and this state of being peaceful within and without. And then learning also, growing in Sahaja Yoga and learning all the clearing techniques and all the steps, I realized that with all that nourishing and auspiciousness, I learned to discern what is good, what's best for myself, and to become peaceful within myself, and not to fight anymore with myself, So these are all the things that we can achieve through the Nabi chakra. And, is one of the aspects, of course, as we go through the Muladhara, Swadhisthana, second, third, fourth chakra. And then that integrate, when we finally get to that integration where heart and brain becomes one, then it's where we get the true state of true meditation, which is Sahaja Yoga.
That's correct. Absolutely. So what we were talking, as you said today, that seeking and stuff you're talking about today as Nabi, and as you were saying, that discipline of doing it is what we'll be covering as the void, as the mastery principle on Friday. So I will, yes, the floor is all yours.
Thank you.
See you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rita. So hello, everyone, again. We can do our foot soaking for the Nabi chakra, as I'm sure the other presenters have mentioned that when we do foot soaking, especially beneficial for the first chakra, the Muladhara chakra, the innocence, the second chakra, the creativity and spontaneity, and also especially good for the Nabi, which is our center of peace and satisfaction and generosity. So if you have got your foot soak bowl, what we can do is, not sure if you learned it before, but what we do is take our hand over the foot soak bowl and just put like a bandan. So just go from left to right and back 7 times over the foot soak bucket, just to vibrate the water with our own hands. And then you can just put your both hands on top and you can feel the vibrations emitting from the water. So once we have done that, let us now raise our Kundalini and put a protection on our aura, our band of love, our bandhan. So we raise the Kundalini, as you've been shown before. Get to the top, tie 1 knot. Second time, we tie 2 knots. Third time, we tie 3 knots. And then we look down onto the left hand and we put the protection on our aura, our band of love, our armor. We do it 7 times from left to right, right to left. And when we get to the left hand, we put both hands in the center of the heart. And this is a gesture of gratitude to oneself for making the time and turning up. And it's also in Sanskrit means namaste, the divinity within me, greet the divinity within you. Now we can put our feet in the foot soak bucket. And as we have our foot in the foot soak bucket, what we can do is put our hand in the middle of our stomach, just where the belly button is. That's the Nabi chakra. Just have a feeling of centering. Just bring the attention here to this third chakra, the Nabi chakra, just at the level, just above the umbilical cord. And now what we can do is just shift the right hand a little bit towards the left nabi, just on the left side of the body. And here we can make an affirmation. We can affirm, because now we've had our self-realization, we have asked for peace, satisfaction, generosity. So now we can affirm to this Mother Kundalini. We can say, keep the hand there on the left nabi, and here we can say, Mother, by your grace, I am satisfied, peaceful, and generous. And now let's rotate with our hand. Rotate this chakra towards the left shoulder, with the hand towards the left shoulder, on the third chakra level at the nabi. And then if we feel any heat or any imbalances, we just flick the hand towards the foot soak bucket or the Mother Earth if you haven't got your foot soak bucket. So we just do it again, 2 or 3 times. We keep giving a bandhan, turning the hand towards the left shoulder. And then flicking away any imbalances. Now let's take the right hand from the base of the spine and slowly raise it to the top of the head, bringing more strands of this Kundalini energy from the base of the spine to the fontanelle bone area, taking us deeper beyond the mind. Now with the same right hand, take our hand to the Nabi chakra on the right hand side. So it's the third Nabi chakra at the level of the belly button, but on the right hand side with the right hand. And then again, we turn this chakra the same way. So it's a clockwise direction, as if the clock is on us and we're turning. And here we say, Mother Kundalini, verily you are peace, satisfaction, and generosity within me. Again, we turn the Nabi chakra and we flick any imbalances towards the water of the Mother Earth. Mother Kundalini, verily you are satisfaction, peace, and generosity within me. Whilst we're doing this, we can keep our eyes open and look at the bindi, the red dot on Shri Mataji's forehead. It helps to clear our chakra through our eyes. When doing clearing technique, it's always a good idea to keep the eyes open. And then we close the eyes when we're ready to meditate. This is the beginning of meditation. We're doing the clearing so that we can be deeper and more satisfied in our meditation. Now let's take again more strands of Kundalini from the base of the spine, from the center to the fontanelle bone area. You can even, as you reach the top, just touch that fontanelle bone area to keep that attention there. So we do it roughly 3 times. And now let's place our hand again in the center, Nabi, just above the belly button. And normally when we're starting in Sahaja Yoga, we ask for the qualities. Now we know that we have these qualities. So here we can express gratitude. Here we can say, Mother Kundalini, thank you very much for blessing us with peace, satisfaction, and generosity. And again, to deepen this state, we can turn our hand clockwise and just remove any imbalances and offer it to the Mother Earth. Now that we are completely satisfied and peaceful, let's just raise a few more strands of Kundalini, roughly 3 times, from the base of the spine to the top of the head. And let's just keep the hand on that center nabi and just meditate for a few minutes now to imbibe the qualities of the nabi, to strengthen and deepen these qualities of the nabi chakra of satisfaction, peace, and generosity. And now for those who have the feet in the foot soak bowl, let's wash our feet with clean water and dry our feet. And normally when we are doing the meditation by ourselves, we take this foot soak bowl and we put that water into the toilet and we flush it. The reason why we only put that water into the toilet and not in our garden or on the plants is that water has just removed any imbalances from our chakras. So therefore it needs to be flushed down the toilet. And also, as we started with raising the Kundalini and putting a bandhan before the foot soak, whether you did the foot soak or not, let's just raise our Kundalini again and put a band of protection. So we always do that at the beginning and the end of meditation, but we also do it at the beginning of a foot soak and at the end of a foot soak. So let's raise our Kundalini. And just to reiterate again that today we're working on the Nabi chakra, and the topic for today is feel the state of complete satisfaction when we connect to our inner self and discover the joy of being content, peaceful, within and without. Because only the peace within can register whatever is good, is auspicious, is nourishing for our growth. So therefore, we are making peace with ourselves. We are not fighting with ourselves. We are accepting this gift that was granted to us by Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, the lady in the picture. And all this teaching is the legacy that she has passed on to us. And as volunteers, we feel immense pleasure in passing on the gift. As we pass on the gift, we feel such an amazing feeling of satisfaction. We feel that generosity within us, and we feel completely peaceful. So I hope you too get to enjoy the feeling, how wonderful it is to share the self-realization and Kundalini awakening. We can give self-realization and teach people how to meditate anywhere, anytime. Today, this is the era of Aquarius, where everybody's seeking peace, satisfaction, integration, and to be generous. So this is the third energy center, the Nabi chakra. Next slide, please, Rita. So what are the physical aspects of the Nabi chakra? So the position, as you can see, is the green on the third finger, going from the thumb. So there, Rita's pointing with a little pointer. See, that's number 3 chakra there, okay? And it's at the level of the navel, just there in the middle, and it represents the solar plexus. On the feet is represented by the toes, the big toes, okay? So say, for example, if sometimes we're walking along and we stumble and we hit our toe and it's sore, that's generally, if it's left side, there's an imbalance. Is the physical aspect telling us there's an imbalance on our left nabi? If we get a sore right toe, it means an imbalance in the right nabi, and the same in the fingers. And sometimes on the fingers of the hand, when we feel both those number 3 chakras, the green ones, troubling a little bit, or a little bit of pins and needles, that means the center nabi is the one that's affected. And that's where we need to ask for more, and also express gratitude for more peace, generosity, and satisfaction within. Next slide, please. And the Nabi chakra corresponds to 10 petals. So there are 10 petals in the Nabi chakra. The planet is Jupiter and the day is Thursday. But we're doing it today on a Wednesday. And the stone is emerald. The color is green. The element is water. Hence, we did a foot soak. And also the chakras relate to particular countries, funny enough. So the Nabi chakra is parts of Europe, Italy, Austria, and Greece. And the musical note is Sol. The physiological functions is the area of our stomach, where we had our hands before. Also, to the side of the stomach, there's the kidneys, the spleen, and parts of the liver and the pancreas. And this chakra controls our nutrition and digestion. So also related to that is sometimes like when you're going for a new job or an interview at the university, or you interviewing someone famous, you have those sort of, what we call butterflies in the stomach. That is our innate Kundalini speaking to us, that is also part of that. The Nabi is the one that is like, oh, I've got a gut feeling. So the gut feeling comes from the Nabi. And as you probably all well aware, is that nutrition and digestion. So they say that comes from the gut. And the gut is actually the first brain. When everything is right with the gut, then normally our head functions better. So when we are satisfied and peaceful in our meditation, we can feel that peace emanating through our thoughts, our actions, our words, and our deeds. Go to the next slide, please. So the qualities of the Nabi, like we've said, satisfaction, peace, generosity, and also dignity. Our growth, our Dharma, which is fair behavior, the right conduct, in terms, okay, for example, generosity and dignity. When we are dignified and generous, we want to share not only this gift, but we want to share our food, we want to share, our home, we want to invite friends and family and share food together. So, satisfaction, peace, and generosity breeds all of that. And with left Nabi, when we've got a left Nabi that's satisfied, that means the satisfaction in the home, harmony in the family, physical and material well-being. We have savings, we have respect for our spouse, respect for the women. And the causes of problems, as we call catches, imbalances. That's why often we clean the imbalances. So the imbalances from the Nabi chakra can be problems within our family, repression towards one's spouse, stress, dissatisfaction, problem of not being tidy enough, not cleaning up our rooms. We could end up with money issues. And that all generates a lack of generosity because we are not organized, we're not satisfied, clean, and tidy, and therefore, the goddess of wealth, which is Shri Lakshmi, she departs from our home, and then we have money problems. And when we have money problems, we can't be as generous as we'd like to be. So there arises a lack of generosity. With the right Nabi being balanced, we gain prosperity and generosity. We manage our money better. We are more dignified, and we focus the attention in the right things, the auspicious things, the good things for us. The causes that can cause catch or imbalances, which we need to clear, is worrying too much about money or work, excessive planning, because the right side, it's the male side, is the sun side, is the activity side. So we need to have that balance. And if we do everything in excess, then there is a lack of dignity. We end up eating junk food or just fasting because we're too busy working or we're too busy worrying about money. Next slide, please. So with the central Nabi, we need to look at our nutrition, our balance, our Dharma, our modesty, our morality. What ethics do we have? Are we honest people? Are we honestly seeking our evolution? So spiritual seeking, evolution has to be done honestly, has to be done with Dharma and morality and having ethics. And that brings us balance also through our nutrition. And the causes of imbalances is activities that are against our well-being, against our Dharma, excessive interest in food or money. So if we eat too much when, we should already be satisfied. Oh, but it's so tasty, let's eat a bit more. Or I've got this much money, but I wish I could earn more. Being superficial, not being the true self, not wanting to show people who we truly are, but, putting on a mask. So we pretend to be something that we're not. So superficiality is a lack of spiritual seeking, is a lack of truth and honesty. and the problems that arises with the causes of imbalances, problems related to stomach and kidneys, through dissatisfaction, through being slaves of habits that are not so good for us. There could be imbalances through being materialistic, worrying too much about money, not being disciplined enough, not being in balance, and therefore we resort to eating unhealthy food and getting to unhealthy food habits. Drugs and alcohol can also affect severely the Nabi chakra and cause family issues, because this Nabi chakra is also connected to our fifth chakra, which we'll get through further down the line in this 21-day series. So generally, if the Nabi chakra is out, then the Vishuddhi, the communication chakra, also goes out. And that's where it arises. It can arise family issues, family problems. So there's a lot there, I understand, to take in. But we do have a copy of this slide, so you're welcome to have a copy. All you need to do is ask, and we can put it on WhatsApp for you if you'd like. It's too much to memorize. We don't expect you to memorize all of that. And really appreciate your attention and understanding of how important our Nabi chakra is for us. And now, without further ado, let's hear a little bit more about the Nabi chakra from the source of it all herself, from Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi.
Now the third center that we have, actually this is the second center, because the third center arises, this Swadhisthana arises out of the Nabi. It's a very, very important center. It's the center of your seeking, as he has told you. Your complete priorities change. Complete priorities change. Because the joy that you get out of Sahaja Yoga, the joy you get out of these meditation, out of the feeling that flows in you all the time, like a beautiful torrential rain of joy that fills you, your life and everybody's life. You don't care for cheap type of entertainment. You feel you seek other Sahaja Yogi. You want to meet another Sahaja Yogi. You don't want to meet anybody else. If there's an actor coming or some big man is coming, all right, let him come. I am going to see such and such person. It is such a different personality that one day I'll tell you how it happens. There was a girl, a diplomat. She's a diplomat who is a realized soul, and she happened to go to Sicily. And she was eating her food. Suddenly she felt there's some vibrations coming around. She looked around. The other one was also looking at her. She said, "Are you Mataji's disciple?" She said, "Yes, I am Mataji's child." They both got up and just hugged and said, "Such joy, Mother, in that far-fetched place of Sicily to find a Sahaja Yogi." And then they kept together. And they wouldn't go anywhere else, but they said, "No, this is the enjoyment." Just the company of a Sahaja Yogi is such an enjoyment. I have seen these people when they go to India. The people are not so rich, poor people, they have little huts. But when they go there, you should see the love, the rapport. And that makes me so happy, the way they love each other, the way they understand each other, the way they help each other. And only the company, for the first time you start enjoying. We were once in a hotel, staying in Calcutta, and there were two Sahaja Yogis with me. They were in the other room, quite far away. They couldn't get a room close to me. And one gentleman came for his realization. He came to my feet. When he got realization, it was a tremendous happening. And they came rushing from there. I said, "What happened?" They said, "We felt the vibrations. We felt the vibrations from their mother, so we have come to receive the vibrations." And they came and they felt the vibrations. So this man was so great that his vibrations attracted them and they came down. And then they were just enjoying that, as if they were enjoying a big flower with lots of fragrance. What vibrations, what vibrations. The fellow got up, he said, very nice, they are enjoying my vibrations, now I am going to enjoy your vibrations. For the first time you start enjoying your fellow men, because everyone is a beautiful personality, a glorious, fragrant, joyful personality. But because you cannot feel the other person, and because the other person does not emit, you are all the time quarreling. Even husband, wife quarreling, father, mother quarreling, this one quarreling, that quarreling. In Sahaja Yoga, there's hardly any time for people to quarrel. The other day I had a lady who came to see me, and she was trying to put her point. And there were about 5-6 Sahaja Yogis, and everybody was putting the same point. And she was amazed. She said, I have never seen such concord, such friendship, such understanding, all of them supporting each other, nobody is cutting anyone. Such a society has to develop. It's such a nourishing, soothing, invigorating society. And you forget about getting bored. Boredom goes out of life. You never get bored. You enjoy yourself, or you enjoy the company of Sahaja Yogis, and it's a very different level that you come out. That is what, that land you have to reach within yourself. Now, the greatest thing that happens as a result of this center seeking, that you start seeking other seekers. You try to find out where is the seeker. If you hear somebody is a seeker, you go and see. If you hear about someone that some people are lost there, they were seekers but they went there lost, you all rush there. It's like a person who is like a what you call a guard. On the seashore, you know, there are guards kept for salvaging people. And that's how you become. You suddenly find somebody sinking, you just go. In Bombay, there was a case, they announced that there's a lady who is going to die. If somebody can come and help her, it will be a great thing. They all rushed there, you save her. Now the interest changes completely, and you start really helping people and not feeling that you have helped anyone. Not at all. But the surrounding portion of that, which is the void, is the best which is affected by your awakening. That you become the virtue itself. Nobody has to tell you that you be virtuous. When you are awakened, you become a virtuous personality. You enjoy your virtues. You enjoy being good. You enjoy being nice. You really enjoy it. And that enjoyment comes to you as a blessing, because the virtue itself is so strengthening, so powerful, that anyone who is harmed or troubled or tortured or put down, you stand up. You are not afraid of anyone. You are not afraid of any one of them. Now about these people who have been troubling you as fake gurus, I told about them in 1970. I am just a lady. And single-handed I told them who these people are, how they are going to loot you, and what they are going to do. But in this country, nobody can think of one genuine person who could be really genuine. It was the problem that time. But with this awakening within you of the virtuous nature, you just know what is virtue and what is not virtue. I don't have to tell. I don't say don't do this and don't do that. I never say that. It just happens. Because when the virtue starts developing, the vibrations improve, and you feel extremely joyous. We have lost our virtues because there is no joy out of it, no reward. If somebody is honest, he has to suffer. If somebody is good, he has to suffer. If somebody is kind, he thinks he has to suffer. But after getting realization, you are rewarded for your virtues. You are amazed how you are paid for. It's so surprising.
Let us now meditate on Shri Mataji's speech. As Shri Mataji explained in her own words, once we have this Kundalini awakening, this self-realization, and we start to go deeper and establish the self-realization, we have the blessing of the essence of knowing right from wrong, of doing the right thing, of having that dignity of character. Let's meditate with this beautiful Santur music in silence. And if there are any thoughts troubling us, we just forgive. We say, Mother Kundalini, I forgive. We hope that you've enjoyed this peaceful meditation, this lovely Santur music. Sometimes less is best, as we did the clearing at the beginning. Listen to Shri Mataji's talk and then listen to this beautiful music. There's not much else to do. There's not much else to be said. Just sometimes to sit with both hands wide open in our lap and meditate. It sort of, culminates in all the actions that we've done to just surrender and be in this complete peace and satisfaction. And so I hope you have enjoyed the session today. If you have any questions, you can ask us via WhatsApp. Rita also will be able to help with any questions. And we're going to finalize by raising our Kundalini together and putting on our protection. So let's do that. And then we put our band of love so that when we walk away from this meditation, we still maintain this state of meditation, of complete peace and satisfaction within and without. And as we meditate and we experience this state of peace and satisfaction, we also spread this around all of those around us. So it covers quite a big radius. You know how they say that happiness, is infectious. So is satisfaction and peace, and all those around us and who come in contact with us can feel this peace and satisfaction also within themselves.
That's right. So you become the source, which is fantastic.
That's right. Yes.
Correct. Thank you so much for an absolutely beautiful program. And I think just the so much information there that we had today. And we did cover the left, right, and center with the Nabhi, and as we were doing with the meditation. So just as Leah was saying, one of the things during meditation you watch for is in the middle finger, which finger you're feeling. So if you're feeling a tingling or heat in the on the right middle finger, then that would indicate imbalance or a problem with the right nabhi. If you feel it on the left middle finger, it indicates a problem with the left nabhi. And if you're feeling it in both equally, that kind of indicates for a center. So then the clearing, as Leah was saying, when you're doing the foot soak, the clearing you would do accordingly. So if you're feeling on the right side, you would bandhan, which is that circle that you do, the bandhan on the right side, and then just put it in the water, or the left side in the water. So that's kind of how we, you guide your own meditation. You become your own master about what you're feeling and how it's going. To clear your own and balance your own subtle system. And I think that point you made, go on.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more thing that just comes to mind as we talking about this is also very good for the Nabi as well as the Muladhara and the Swadhisthana, is also to sit on the Mother Earth and meditate. So we can sit on the Mother Earth and we can ask Mother Earth to please take away any imbalances, put both hands on the Mother Earth, please take away any imbalances, and please make me satisfied and peaceful. We can do that sitting on the grass, we can do that sitting on the beach, on the sand. So this is a very good clearing technique as well as the foot soak.
That's right. And I mean, talking about Mother Earth, the place of the house is the left nabi, as we were saying, the family and the house. So part of that nabi is also that respect for Mother Earth. So, nurturing or being respectful in regards to cleanliness and stuff, or in regards to, like single plastic, when we're using plastic microbeads, we are kind of polluting Mother Earth and causing. So that also kind of you become a little bit more conscious about those actions, because just as you want to keep your house clean and you want to keep your environment clean, it kind of goes beyond that. You kind of want around the society and that, and then going into Mother Earth, nature and nurturing, and the environment. So it kind of progresses to respect those qualities um, outside also,
Absolutely.
in and around. That's right. And the other one we're talking about, I mean, you were saying, as we said, both affecting the left and right, is that problem of money and worrying about money and things like that. So that's again something, as a little exercise we can do, is that learn to surrender that, and you find that problems kind of solve, or they don't seem as big, or solutions just seem to
Turn up.
appear.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Totally.
That's right. I mean, I remember when we, to the center. I remember when we first came, when I first came here to Australia, we were having, and sometimes, my husband would get an extra shift, and you'd have the money, and literally it would be the exact amount that would be needed, because there's an extra bill that's going to rock up, and it's just amazing to just kind of watch those little things, and realize that really there's not much use worrying about it, because it will sort out and it will work out. So just a
Yes.
little experiment you can do. Yeah, just a little experiment you can do for yourself, and maybe share with us if you found, things have worked out. That would be great. So we've got some outro music to continue sitting for meditation. Um, so I don't think we've got any questions or anything today, which is fantastic. And hopefully you felt that clearing at the nabi. You could feel, the balancing happening after the foot soak and the meditation. So let's just again keep our hands on our lap. Keep our attention, bring our attention back to the top and the center, and let's continue sitting in meditation for a little while longer. And thank you so much, Leah, for a beautiful evening.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. Absolutely.
Abundabashmaya Nekadashushama Tietet Malkota Teviganak ay kanad bashmaya bahara. Apunda bashmaya nit hadashamak tietet malkutak neilet vegan aiganat bashmay afbara. Havalan lama da sukanani amunak Ushpo woklan halvain wahatain Aikana dafnan javukan lahaiban Huelat halan helayanes yunak Helapatsan min bishan Ah.